feel like it was just a few weeks ago that I was making a video on my excitement for the new Mandalorian game that's going to be coming out, and it seems like it's been canceled. Today, EA announced a major company shakeup that will result in roughly 670 individuals, or 5% of its workforce, losing their jobs. As a part of that same reorganization, Respawn's Star Wars first-person shooter in development at Respawn is being canceled. Following CEO Andrew Wilson's announcement of the cuts today, EA Entertainment President Laura Mealy shared a note with the staff explaining in more detail what EA's business priorities would be going forwards. This includes her announcement that EA is shutting down an early development Star Wars FPS action game as a part of an ongoing focus on its owned brands and supporting its existing games. Their issue is money. Nothing is going to make them more money than a Star Wars FPS game done right, a bounty hunter game. What are you going to do? Put more money into FIFA? Like, it's time to expand. It's time to actually make, like, I think Disney's done a really poor job with Star Wars. I think EA has done an even poorer job with Star Wars. How do you go from LucasArts, which created all of these titles, to EA that created all of these titles in what, the last 10 years? Something like that, 12 years? Do you guys see the difference here between the two? It's always hard to walk away from a project, and this decision is not a reflection of the team's talent, tenacity, or passion they have for the game. Giving fans the next installments of the iconic franchises they want is the definition of blockbuster storytelling and the right place to focus. Yeah, so do it. Not much is known about the Star Wars FPS, but it was rumored to feature a Mandalorian protagonist in some way. The fate of EA's Star Wars strategy game is also... Dude, the strategy game now is also canceled. EA is undertaking the move in part due to what it perceives to be a rapid shift towards large, open-world games, massive communities, and live service games. IGN understands that the team previously working on this game will largely be reassigned to other projects including Apex Legends, Iron Man, Black Panther, and Jedi, for which EA has confirmed a third installment. The Star Wars Jedi franchise will continue despite EA's move to focusing on owned IP, and EA is said to remain focused on its... Can you guys just completely obliterate EA's license to make Star Wars games? Like, there are plenty other companies that would do a much better job and not dick around the fans constantly. Like, I'm sorry to all the people that are losing their jobs, but that's EA's problem. That's EA's fault. I mean, they're pouring all their money into Apex Legends and Galaxy of Heroes and FIFA, when I think that they could have made so much more money already if they had focused a little bit more on making some really good Star Wars games. You know, imagine if they had 2 or 3 more titles just like Jedi Fallen Order, which made them tens of millions of dollars. In fact, how much did Fallen Order make them? Star Wars. So as of 4 years ago, Jedi Fallen Order is the second best-selling game, and as of 4 years ago, it crosses 10 million players. And Star Wars Jedi Survivor sales easily beat Fallen Order. Yes, right here it says other points include how The Sims reached over 70 million players, while Apex Legends Season 16 saw players counts increase by 20%. Yeah, you know, they're just focusing on their own IP and the stuff that makes them the most money, so that they probably don't have to pay a massive royalty to Disney for Star Wars games. Additionally, EA will be resurrecting its Battlefield teams somewhat following the it's not Battlefront, Battlefield, announced yesterday. It's sunsetting Ridgeline Games, folding some of its developers into Ripple Effect. Danny Isaac and Darren White at Criterion will oversee single-player work on the series going forwards. IGN understands that EA intends to reorient its business and development plans to focus on a handful of its biggest franchises, including EA Sports, Apex Legends, Star Wars Jedi, Iron Man, Black Panther, Battlefield, Need for Speed, Dragon Age, Skate, and The Sims. IGN also has learned that a team is still working in pre-production on the next Mass Effect. Okay. Though BioWare's current focus remains on Dragon Age. It's not lost on me that these changes are more than words on a page. They directly impact the work you do every day, and in some cases, mean we are eliminating roles and saying goodbye to talented colleagues. I will never lose sight of the human impact of these decisions, and know that change and disruption aren't easy. In difficult moments, we must remember how important it is to show up for our players and for each other. Yeah, that's why we're literally cutting so many people, so we can focus on our own IP that makes us more money, so we don't actually focus on branching out and creating games that are an amazing success when it comes to Star Wars. You know, I wonder if, and this is just, theories, it's just my speculation, if the contract for Star Wars games is just not really all that great for them because Disney takes such a huge percentage. I don't know. Or maybe they commission EA to do it. I don't know how it works. I don't know what their contracts are like, but this is really shitty news. You know, it's shitty news for the people who get laid off. Unless, you know, a lot of them are, seems like most of them are actually just getting rerouted to different games, which is fine. But for the most part, you know, it hurts the fans because we have wanted, you know, we don't get much as Star Wars fans. We don't get much really good stuff. You know, in terms of games, what did we get from EA? Jedi Fallen Order? Jedi Survivor was okay. There were some really cool parts in it, but a lot of parts that were not as good as Fallen Order. So to see, you know, have our hopes, like finally, you know, we were going to get Knights of the Old Republic. We were going to get the first-person shooter, which would have been possibly a Mandalorian game or a Clone Trooper game or something, you know, Republic Commando game. And then to have it just taken away like that within a couple weeks, it sucks. Really blows because I was really hoping for a Mando game. But just another reason why I think Star Wars IP should go to other game developers out there that will really be passionate and focus on making something through and through, and not just, you know, having things announced here and there and then not following through with it. We've seen this too many times in Star Wars. You know, one thing that comes to mind that I was very excited for was the David Benioff and DB Star Wars movie or trilogy or whatever it was, which is why they shot the bed with Game of Thrones season 8 so that they could finish early. That's the rumor. Who knows if it's true? And go work on Star Wars, and then they get canned. So it's like, dude, like can we just get stuff that's announced and then follow through with it and see? You know, I don't know, man. I just hope that we'll eventually get what we want. I think a first-person shooter Star Wars game would be amazing. I think a Mandalorian game would be really cool. It was looking really promising from the leaks. The fact that you could like upgrade your armor and your weapons and go around the galaxy, create teams, it just seemed like a really fun idea, really fun game. Something super simple that we wanted. So anyways, it's canceled now. Sucks, dude, but unfortunate, and sorry to all the people who are actually losing their jobs for it, and to the people who are really passionate about it. I'm sure it was going to be an amazing game to all the developers. I hope you are being redirected into Apex Legends or whatever so you keep your jobs. But it sucks. You know, it would have been really cool to have a new Star Wars game like that. But instead, we're getting, what's it called? Outlands? What's it called? Outlaws, which nobody wanted. Like, they're just like, hey, we're giving you this game. And it's like, cool. No one really cared about this. Yeah, let's cancel the Mando game. So, yeah, sweet. Bit of a bummer. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. Let me know what you think. Would you have loved to get this game and to see it and play it? Nevertheless, we still have Battlefront 2 Remaster coming in just a couple weeks now. So stay tuned for that. We're going to have a lot of live streams every single day. It's going to be a lot of fun. Have a great day. May the Force be with you always.